Hi, I'm Gordon Williams in Zion Blacksmith School, and this is hopefully an encouragement to some of you that are just starting in blacksmithing or maybe have been in it a while, teachers also. Um, I've, I don't have any talent, very little artistic ability, but God has blessed me with the ability to work and enjoy this, enjoy the people around me, and also want to share it with others. So for 38 whatever years I've been doing this, um, again, I just look back at all the people that's touched my life and how fortunate, I've been debt free, raised my children with a hammer. I live now in Zion, 20 acres here. The school's on now. Um, it's just what I'm saying is if I can be used in this, so can you, because I'm probably the slower learner in the bunch, but I'm very persistent. Uh, that being said, the gift from that is that I have to understand what I'm doing and try to make it teachable. Um, and that takes me, but I can try to pass that on. If you come to my classes, and I'm not the greatest smith, there's so many great smiths in this realm, and there's so many good people, unbelievable group of people in this. If you come to one of my classes, I show you how to make, let's say, a grape leaf or something. Yours is going to look like this. Show you the tools I use, how I do it. When yours is done, it's going to look probably like this. But I know that you're different than I am. I'm different than the rest of you. So I have something inside of me. So as I open that window and put these tools in your toolbox, I know that if you keep doing these, yours is going to look different. Hopefully you grab something, say, I like that, but I like the way I'm doing this, and you move in that direction. That's how we all learn from each other, by developing what's in us, because we're all so different. So we're able to share those skills, and people are really willing to share in this group. You're going to find that there's very few people that raise the hair on your neck, and you will know them when you hear them. In fact, in this group, I've seen other smiths gather around you like mother hens. Um, I've had four people that's really impacted my life in smithing, and three encouragers and one discourager, and he served a purpose also. If somebody's coming to you and say, "Hey, you got to wait," you got a long way to go. You don't be showing people this, or don't be doing this. If they're offering constructive criticism, you'll know it. But if they're just kind of putting you down or making you feel bad instantly, be easy on them, because I know of two things that these folks have: two things going for them: a big ego and a low self-esteem. So be kind also to them. Um, you probably learned something from them. My discourager is a great smith, and he's a friend. I'm not going to even mention his name, but when I first started, he said, "Oh, you're a horseshoer." Yeah, and that nose went up in the air, and my hair went on my neck, but he didn't know that you tell me not to do something, you better step out of the way, because that's just what's in me. I want to do as hard as I can, and I want to help other people. That's kind of what I've enjoyed. So, quickly, the four people that have encouraged me. Um, and these are all family. They're become family, all of them. Uh, Back in the 80s, I was breaking horses, shoeing horses, and I met a gentleman who I started doing some of breaking his horses and became that. And this guy can outwork six men. I've never met another human being like him. Start work at 6 in the morning, quit at midnight. But everything he did was unbelievable. It's not the way I do it. He had a saddle shop, broke horses, shod horses, um, made his own horseshoes, blacksmith, and he could just pick it up and do it. Um, he just was a hero to me. There still is. His name is Gail Mitchell. He lives in Fillmore, Utah. And I really feel odd about sharing this, because this isn't how I see my friend. My friend lost his right arm. He was right-handed in an accident. And he does all this with one arm, usually never a prosthesis, shoeing a horse. These horseshoes, Tom Willoughby, he made one-handed. He figured that out. He could, and everything was just perfect, unbelievable. Um, he just felt you felt a little helpless when you're around him because you realized with 2 arms, you know, this guy just he'd outwork you, and but he also was a great encourager, great friend, a real respected friend. So um, he did this with 1 arm. That's not how I see him. I see him as a man with 6 arms, um, but just an unbelievable human being. My another mentor, I met this man, and I used to go before early in the morning, 4 in the morning, and go crank get his coal forge for him. He had 2 power tools in his shop. Um, no, he had 1 power tool in his shop. He had a grinder, angle grinder. Did everything by hand, forge welded, you know, broken heart and a crack of dawn. He was an amazing fella, but he was a gentleman. Again, and he made like these bits and spurs, did other things. That's all hand forged out of one piece. There, that mouthpiece, all the buckles, the parts on that. He did the engraving, but he never just stopped and handed me something to teach me. He encouraged me when I started. I'd bring something I made, and he honestly did this. He'd take it and say, "Unbelievable! That's so good. You're doing such a good job." He pushed me on. So encouragement for me goes a long, almost. I put that tool in my toolbox. So I'm encouraging you out there. You keep going. I started small and grew large to a degree. But that man there, that's his animal. I have all of his tools. He's passed. He was in his 90s still forging. Okay? Doctors killed him, but it's another story. Another very, very close friend and his wife also, April, who makes aprons, is George Witzke. That's just a picture of me and him doing the railing on the Grand Canyon. He took a class from me in 94, and he just, man, I didn't do anything again but open windows and maybe put a few tools in his toolbox. He's a hammermonger. Uh, he quit his job of like 18 years that first year and started forging full time. So he's got a lot of courage in that respect, probably more than I have. But he's super talented artist. He also teaches at Silverton, Colorado. In the summertime, you can see him there. Has a place in Kanab. He teaches project specific, like 2 4-hour classes. And his wife makes the forge aprons, April Witzke. So again, we worked together quite a bit, and I learned a lot from him. So a teacher can learn a lot from a student. Um, and yeah, this man's more talented than I am. So these people have touched and changed my life, and hopefully, I know I'm a poor with the videos. Hopefully, there's maybe something out of the videos or something I do. And if you have a question, you can call me, you can email me. If I can help you, I will. Um, there's a lot of places to go in this, and every one of us has a different direction. So I would say join your blacksmith association in your state. I've also been blessed to be able to go around and teach in a lot of these in a lot of states, and that's a humbling experience, believe me, to have somebody that they'd even want me to come. But I've always been treated with respect and encouragement. I've met some of the best people. There's some really talented folks here, and about 99% of them are all people you'd want to hang around with. There's very few people that, like I say, raise the hair up on your neck. Those also serve a purpose. Remember, hopefully they push you forward and they take the I can't out of you. If they say you can't, then you do. So hopefully you can grow in this. It's have some fun. This is a lot of fun. Nothing better than playing in the fire, getting dirty, and making noise. So keep after it, and I hope your life progresses on. Don't forget to share with others. That's what keeps us going, and really that's what you get out of it. If you can change somebody else's life a little bit, improve it, well, you're probably successful. The money comes and goes and whatnot. So keep smithing. God bless.